Hey guys, Justin coming to you here with some new Earth 2 updates. Some very exciting ones have definitely came up since I last did a video, and yeah, I guess the biggest one everyone's going to be checking out is a new Earth 2 terrain video, and it's got its countdown and everything on the homepage. So if you guys haven't seen it already, go check it out. It's saying right now as I do this video, 6 days, 20 minutes, 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13, and you get the point. But it's going to be released on YouTube. I think everyone's been honestly waiting for a massive announcement. You know, we did get a really big one not too long ago from Shane on Discord. He went through a bit about Essence, how the portals, the portals that would be doing the teleportation, how that's going to work. Some really interesting things about, you know, there only be one name allowed for the entire of Earth 2 for each portal. So for example, it's going to be a lot like domain names. Like no one can have google.com because that's taken by obviously Google. You got facebook.com, whatever it might be, you know, pizza.com, people that bought domain names in like the early 90s, and you know, just before everything started to boom on the internet really heavily. People sell them for like $10,000, $30,000 a pop, and they bought them for like $2, $5, whatever it might be. So it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, who gets, you know, what particular portal names or domain names, if you want to put it that way, because it's going to be like Internet 2.0, I guess. It's going to be like, you know, you go there to do your shopping, you go there to browse something, and it could be like a full-on interaction about history or something like that. Like, I had a thought the other day. Imagine if you could, you know, you want to do a history assignment, and someone's created a study world or something like that. It sounds really boring right now, but essentially, you think of it like this. They could have like a whole like 3D reenactment in front of you about what happened, and it's like explaining history to you in a much more exciting way. You know, kids obviously always have hated the study, as most people said, but we all love to research things that we find interesting, and I think Earth 2 could provide a really good education platform if done right. So that's just a thought I had. I was talking to Kevin from Earth 2 Mastery. Shout out to you. You know, you got some top content. He's had it for quite a while. And he was, you know, we were talking about Dubai, and, you know, does that mean the whole of UAE is going to open? And I think everyone knows it is, but, you know, will there be some places that are completely off limits because, you know, it's a religious... I think it was based on the whole, like, the religious culture in Dubai and UAE that they didn't want to release it so early. So there was probably a lot of, like... red tape around the areas that they had to say, okay, you can have this, but you can't sell land here, or you can't have maybe a mosque or something on the actual map area, so people buy it up and whatnot. But you know, it's at 62 cents, I think, a pop right now, or 69 cents. And we're curious, you know, is it going to be reverted back to 10 cents like every other country was at the start, or is it going to be staying at 62 cents? Because if you think about it, Shane also said he's going to wipe the entire map there. So anyone who's bought in that glitch or found a loophole to buy it early on, he's going to get rid of that. So that's like the Burj Khalifa. I've seen that's completely bought up. But that was a glitch, he said, and someone found a loophole of some sort. So he's going to get rid of that, and I think it should be reverted back to 10 cents. I think everyone wants it to be, because let's be real, it'll probably just be one of the most expensive places overnight, just like that. But obviously, everyone's going to be really keen for this Earth 2 train video. I know I am. I've been waiting on it since I jumped on Earth 2 back in probably the 27th of December. So it feels like it's gone actually really quick, even though I see a lot of people complaining, and some people are like, oh, when's it coming out? There's nothing changed on this video situation update, and there's never anything big happening. Like, I think these people need to get a bit real about it. It's 3.5 months old or something like that. It's new as anything could be. and it's already at the scale it is with the amount of communities being formed around it on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, all these people creating accounts and communities, YouTubers, like, you know, it's already blown up without any advertisement except for one trailer. So I think in 6 days and 15 minutes, if people are smart enough to wait out and not sell off their property, like I've been seeing, there's going to be some change ups. And I've seen people selling up, I think, for one of two reasons recently. One, people want to sell as much as they can so they can buy in Dubai. That's for sure. People are wanting to buy up big time in Dubai. So I'm seeing people sell their properties in like Manhattan, which was like the absolute happening area, for about, you know, 40, 50, 70% off. It's insane, just because they want to get a slice of Dubai. And obviously it depends on everyone's financial situation, but yeah, I'm super keen to see this terrain video and when Dubai finally gets released. Another thought I had, I don't know if anyone's spoken about this on their YouTube videos. I try to watch, you know, 3 or 4 people on YouTube that I tend to like. So Earth2 Mastery, Randy Chavez, the real Randy Chavez, Ira Realty, and I do watch a bit of Tyler Life, the fella's in Australia. Well, he's in Malaysia, he said, but he's an Aussie for sure. So I watched those 4, but I don't think anyone's brought up, is there going to be a chance that the developers, the founders and whatnot, are going to have like avatars, not for them, but just bots, like AI bot avatars walking around in the world and like maybe scouting, or maybe they're just like fill-ins, like to make it look a bit more busy, or maybe they have like a quest, you know, part of the game. It's like, it comes up to you, it's like, hey, do you want to take on this quest? And it's just, you know, it's a game. So I'm curious if they'll have bots walking around. It'll be kind of interesting, and seeing if we can even tell them apart. So Shane, if you're watching this, mate, I'm curious if you guys are going to chuck bots in there. If it's going to be a secret, it'll be an interesting one to say the least. But other than that, if anyone actually wants to join in on my Solani Island City, I'm going to link it below here. I'm going to be doing a deal at the moment. I've already done the giveaways to the winners from last video. There wasn't that many, to be honest, because I am fresh on YouTube here, but I'm doing a little deal at the moment. For every 10 tiles bought, it's going to be 2 tiles given back to you. So essentially, if you buy 10, you're going to get 12. And other than that, I'm actually starting up a new mega city with a group of people. Not going to say where or when yet, but it'll be obviously released on my video and a few other people's, for you guys to be able to join aboard. It's going to have some really cool ideas of how everyone can kind of grow together and actually benefit off Earth2, because honestly I think a lot of people are looking at it as a career pathway, or a, you know, a way we can work from home and kind of do something that we love. And you know, that's going to be, for me, it's going to be, you know, gaming, or, you know, e-commerce, something like that. I think it's going to be so many things we can do, and obviously that all depends on what they allow us to do, and you know, how much it's actually going to cost to build a building. Like, I thought maybe they're going to do it in tiers of how much it costs to build on your land. So for example, maybe they have like 3 tiers, and number 1 tier is the lowest, 3 is the highest. So if you have first tier, it's like maybe it's $5 or $10 to build that building. Second tier is $10 to $20 to build this type of building. It's going to be a bit more fancy looking, have more, I don't know, entries for people to get in and buy whatever you're trying to sell, services, products, whatever it might be, or, you know. And then 3, and you, as you can see, I'm saying it goes up in price, and with that, maybe it's a bigger building, it's a more fancy building, it's a more, maybe it's typically more foot traffic drawn to it in some way. If they could make that happen, that would be well interesting. But anyway, everyone drop down what you think is going to happen in phase 2 when it gets released in terms of building costs, how they're going to do that, and drop a like and a subscribe onto this video here, much appreciated. And yeah, really keen for people to let me know what they think is going to happen, because it could be honestly anything at this point. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll come back with some more content tomorrow. See you guys.